Hello, my darlings. This is Dr. V. Welcome back to a new pick a card reading. Today, we're going to be going in deep on does your person miss you? So this is for all of you seeking clarity on your special person, whether it's your twin flame, your soulmate, your beloved. If you've been in struggle, maybe you've had minimal contact, maybe you've had to step away, or maybe you've been in no contact for some time and you just like to know, do they miss you? How do they feel about you? And what is going on in this connection, as well as what to expect moving forward. So we're going to go through all of that today. So if you are new to this channel, welcome. I am so happy that you're here. And if you're already part of the global Live Tarot family, you guys, you know how much I love you. You're amazing. I'm so grateful. And so make sure that if you're new and the reading resonates for you, make sure you do hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss my future readings. Now, here is why that is important. There's two reasons. One is I really do feel that it is an exchange of energy, right? So when you subscribe and become part of the family, I feel that I can connect with your energy in these readings because now you have become part of this beautiful energetic union with me. Aren't I lucky, right? And secondly, I mean, it is absolutely free. It really helps the channel to grow, and it really tells YouTube that we have a message of upliftment, of, love and abundance and, living our best life, a beautiful message here that is worth spreading. So with that said, let's get right into your card choices. So today I have a theme for you, and it is the theme of time, because I know when you're missing somebody, boy, time can seem to stand still. Time can just seem to be your enemy. So today I have just 3 piles here that are, kind of charging the energy of time, of divine timing, that if you are looking for this, phase of struggle or separation to end, this is the time, right? We want that divine timing to click in now. We want things to come to a resolution, okay? So you can pick pile number 1, number 2, number 3, or you can pick all of them and take the messages that resonate for you and your situation and make sure to leave the rest. Now, if you'd like to have specific guidance on your unique journey, you can also have a personal reading with me, or you can order any of these oracle decks that I've created for you to also bring you clarity at home. So all of the links are always in the box below. So let's get into your choices here. For group number 1, we have TikTok. It reminds me of TikTok. And for group number 2, we have time to go. And for group number 3, we have time for a nap, because let's face it, sometimes these connections are exhausting. So go ahead and pick your pile, and we'll go ahead and get started with number 1 right here. All right, my darlings, in group number 1 who chose TikTok, this is your reading. We're going to get you some clarity here on if your person misses you. If so, what are they thinking and feeling about you? What would they say to you? We'll also be looking at outcome, and we're also going to get some guidance from your spirit guides. Okay, so let's start off here. We have the moon. We're going to start with your tarot. We have the 2 of Swords. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. All right. So very interesting energy. What I'm feeling here is definitely your person in a state of thought, definitely thinking of you, and very much in an energy right now of kind of like this decisions need to be made. And I feel that they are lagging in the clarity that they need in order to make the decision. Okay, this moon's energy is never something we want to see, right? Because it can be so obstructive to that clarity that we are seeking. Oftentimes it puts a veil over our eyes. And look at this. I mean, I feel like we're kind of getting two energies of that, because we have the moon, which is already making things kind of murky and unsettled for us, and for your person here, and for you together, right? In terms of how it's actually affecting the relationship and the connection. And now we have another person right here who actually has a blindfold over their eyes, right? So we're getting a lot of energy here of your person really right now being in a mode where they're not seeing things clearly. And that might be the reason why they have gone into separation with you, or that may be the reason why they may have hurt you, because I am getting a lot of energy here of hurt, you know, of words being spoken that should not have been spoken. You know, I'm a big proponent of being gentle in relationships, you know how some people say that one of the things about a relationship is that, oh, you should be able to say anything you want to your person. Yes, but not when it comes to things that are hurtful or heartbreaking. I really do believe that there are some people who don't know or understand that boundary, right? Like, you know, because they feel that they are, intimate with you, because they feel like you're their person, right? Whether it's their boyfriend, their girlfriend, their partner, their spouse, their husband, wife, whatever it is, twin flame, soulmate. Sometimes they take too much leniency in terms of their words, and sometimes they can cross very, very hard lines. Like, I feel like there's a hard line there in terms of being truthful or speaking your truth to your person versus like eviscerating them with your words. You know, like, I'm feeling that for some of you, there's been situations that have come up here, either discussions, arguments, or disagreements, where literally you felt like it was a bloodbath. You felt like you were bloodied by these swords. You felt like you were being cut up by these swords. And you felt like, for some of you, and this is again not for everybody, but I feel like for some of you, this has been how your person has been, is that, you know, when you get along and things are great, things are fine. But when things get difficult and challenges come, your person doesn't know how to solve conflicts with you in a way that doesn't cross the line, right? Like, they tend to lash out in such a way that you literally feel like you have been bloodied. You have been, you know, just lacerated and chopped up by these swords. And unfortunately, I feel like that is something that this person needs to learn that is not right. Like, just because they love you and you love them and you're very close and you're in a connection doesn't give them the free license to just say whatever they want, right? Like, there has to be a boundary there that is about humanity, right? Like, even if, I don't care if they feel that, you know, you've done them wrong, or like, you know, you did something they don't like. It doesn't matter. That doesn't give them the free license to just go ahead and speak to you in a way that is soul crushing. And I feel for some of you, that's what's happened here. And definitely it has happened because your person is not seeing clearly. They're not understanding that they just cannot behave this way. And part of it is because of these veils over their eyes. And yet at the same time, even though they've done all of this, it's like they still want a new beginning with you, Ace of Pentacles. So it's like they are wanting to have you somewhat kind of like overlook or put behind you the ways in which they have behaved, right? So it's kind of like I really did you wrong. I may have been really difficult with you. I may have hurt you very deeply, but yet at the same time, now I am missing you so much that I want your cooperation. I want this new beginning, this Ace of Pentacles with you. So I feel like they are obsessively in that cycle. That's why I'm not surprised they're getting this obsessive thinking. See, I feel like they are obsessively thinking about you over and over again, and they are trying very hard not to obsessively think about the things that they did that really were wrong, or even the words that they said that were really wrong. So it's almost like they're obsessively thinking about you, plotting to get you back, you know, almost embarrassed to ask you for your cooperation after all the crap they pulled, and yet still hoping against hope for this new beginning. You know, so it's kind of like, I'm getting the energy of wishful thinking. Okay, like they are like, for some of you, I feel like they have lost you because things were so bad, but yet there's still this wishful thinking of, oh my gosh, I miss you so much. What the heck was I thinking? Why did I say that? Why did I do that? Going over it again and again in their mind, but almost very embarrassed now. Like it's almost like they don't even know what kind of, how to come back, with what face, like, you know, with what apology can they come back and even dare to ask for your cooperation? You know, it's like, I'm almost like, I'm getting, a spirit is giving me this image of like, you know, somebody with a bowl who is like begging, like, you know, like this begging bowl energy. I don't know why. I just, it's like this energy of like, oh, you know, I'm begging you, like, here's my bowl, you know, here's my empty cup. Can you fill it with your love and cooperation and compassion and forgiveness for me? Like, that's the energy I'm getting, but it's almost like they're even embarrassed to even try that. And it definitely, I feel, has a lot to do with their childhood. And I'm getting two energies here. For some of you, this has to do, this person's very kind of lack of good judgment, lack of proper behavior or proper manners, or lack of boundaries on how you can even behave, and not even be able to see clearly from that, is because this is the behavior that was modeled to them as a child. They may have had parents who were doing equally the same kind of damage to one another and to the family. Like they may have, you know, been raised with people who really were razor tongues. You know, like they had razors for their tongues, as in like they would lacerate and eviscerate each other with their words, if not actions as well. And the second energy I'm getting is that for some of you, I feel like this is, again, just for some of you, not for all of you. There may have been some issue here. They may have kids from a previous relationship, and there's something, you know, kind of going on there that is toxic, that has made them, you know, react or respond in certain ways. I'm also getting, for some of you, whoever, like for some of you, I feel like these children may be adults, and they may also be bringing some sort of toxic energy here. Like they may have said, you know, crap about you. They may be trying to get in the way of this relationship. They may be making up shit in order to keep you guys apart. Okay, so that's just for some of you, not for everybody, but it is coming through pretty strongly. So let's take a look at, we're going to end here with your spirit guide. Who is your spirit guide and what is their final advice? But let's take a look at their specific messages to you. What would they say to you from their higher self? From their deeper heart, what would they say to you? And then let's take a look at future actions or outcome. What do they wish to do next? Well, see, I am not surprised. I told you, even though they almost like don't even have a leg to stand on here, they are wanting to crawl their way back into your good graces. And we'll see what kind of crawling is to be done here, right? And I feel like they deserve it. They deserve to, you know, feel like they are slinking and crawling their way back, you know, because of this kind of very astounding behavior. Yeah, there you go with the ego. Wow. All right, so I also want to do some clarification here because I want to know more about I want to know more about this moon's energy. Okay, let's clarify the moon there. And now we'll get a complete picture of everything. So, Spirit, can you please clarify what is going on with this moon's energy? Why are they still not seeing clearly? What is truly the issue here underneath all of this kind of, piss poor behavior, lack of clarity, lack of making good decisions? Please clarify this moon's energy for us. Yeah. All right. Look at this. So we have the Four of Pentacles, we have the Page of Swords, and we have the Chariot. Yeah. Yeah. So what I feel about this moon's energy here is that this is really about them coming up with excuses not to move on with this Chariot's energy. It's like this relationship, this connection, them missing you, whatever has led to this struggle or separation is pushing them to move forward. It's time to take control. It's time to take leadership here and move forward. And yet they are holding back some sort of information. Page of Swords. See, this is why I feel like for some of you, there's something here either that they haven't shared with you about their childhood as to why they're behaving like this or what's triggered them into this. Or like I said, for some of you, it's actual adult children or older kids. They could be teens, they could be preteens, they could be adults that are, doing something sinister here. Again, that's for some of you. And that also has to do with them not sharing that with you. Right? So I feel like for some of you, it's like somebody is accusing you of something or somebody's talking shit behind your back, but your person is not being truthful about what that shit is. Like they're keeping it to themselves in some way. And that's why we're getting this Four of Pentacles. So there's some sort of opinion here. There's some sort of thought process that your person is thinking, or there's there's some sort of judgment here that has gone on that they're not willing to share with you. And so they're keeping it very murky. They're keeping it very kind of mysterious. There's a mystery energy here where you may be even wondering, like, what's going on here? Why are they, do they know something about me, or do they sense something? Are they thinking something about me that they're not sharing with me? Are they, do they have some sort of judgment, criticism, or opinions of me that they're not telling me about? That's what this is for some of you. And it's not fair, right? They're like hoarding that knowledge, right? So let's set this aside and let's get into their specific. I know we've been together in past lives. I recognize you. You were never a stranger to me. Okay, so this is why, they have a very strong connection with you. This is why they miss you so much, right? Your silence feels safer to me. I don't want to get hurt again. Everywhere I go, I look around as if you'll magically be there. So see, this is why I'm saying they are very embarrassed and ashamed. And, don't be surprised if they also kind of turn this around on you and say, well, I'm very hurt too. I'm very hurt too by everything that went on. That might be their way of kind of trying to, kind of sidestep some stuff here. But look at this, in terms of their next actions, this is where we're going. Like I told you before, they want a new beginning with you. No matter how embarrassed they are, no matter how ashamed they are, they want this Ace of Pentacles, okay? Because they know that you are the best thing that ever happened to them, okay? They're not going to give you up anytime soon. They're again trying to figure out a way to crawl back into your good graces here. They will definitely make you an offer. Okay, they're going to come forward, that's for sure. They want this new beginning, this fresh start with you. But see, they're going to have to really set their ego aside, because I feel like a lot of what they've been doing here, a lot of these actions have very much to do with their ego. And they are going to have to learn that if they want to build a real home with you, and I feel like that's also part of this Ace of Pentacles energy. It's very much about them feeling very, very at home with you, loving you, wanting to be with you, wanting to be in your physical presence, knowing that with you, things are so good, like they have it so good with you. And they really kind of screwed that up with their ego issues here. And as well as any other outside kind of influences here. But look at them. They're on their way back. they're clearly on their way back, and you are going to have to decide, you know, do you want to accept this person back, especially if their behavior has been really not at all loving, warm, and, you know, homey, right? So let's take a look at who is your spirit guide. Aw, you got Krishna, devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. Aw, so beautiful. So I feel like your spirit guide, Krishna, is telling you to definitely trust that intuition, their voice, your spirit guides, the universe, spirit, source energy's voice within you when this person comes back, and let that guide you to making the decision that is right for you. So let me know what you thought in the comment box below. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me or order any of the oracle decks that I've created for you, all of the links are in the box below. And if you haven't already, it is that time. Go ahead and press that subscribe button and join this incredible community. It means so much to me. It's absolutely free. You can always change your mind down the line, but I love you and would love to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Love you all. See you all on the next one. My darling group 2 that chose time to go, here is your reading. We're going to take a look at a lot of things here. Does your person miss you? How are they thinking and feeling about you? What would they say to you? What is your outcome? As well as guidance from spirit. So let's get right into it. We have the Strength card. We have the Nine of Wands. We have the King of Wands. Ooh, very interesting. So we're getting a lot of Wands energy here. So I am feeling very much, yes, your person is missing you. There's a lot of passion coming through. Okay, a lot of passionate energy here. And it's almost like there's this sense of right now they want to hold on to the fact that they feel very wounded. Okay, so it's kind of like they're going through a self-indulgent kind of phase right now. You know, especially if you had some words, if you had some disagreement or some sort of separation. I'm feeling for many of you, this is something maybe that has been, you know, recent or just in the past few months, but I feel like they're still kind of in this mode of holding on to licking their wounds, okay? Like they're still licking all their wounds. They're still in this, a little bit of this self-pity mode, like, oh, you know, I feel so wounded. I feel so hurt. Like I feel so, you know, why does this happen to me? There's a little bit of this self-pitying energy, but you know, that's okay. We all need, you know, some, you know, moments where we, you know, dig out the ice cream, right? Watch the romantic movie, cry into our hankies, right? All that kind of stuff. So that's the energy I'm getting from your person. Is that whatever has happened between the two of you, they are feeling a bit despondent. They're feeling very weak and vulnerable. And they are surprising themselves by the level of passion and very kind of like this what's that word that's coming to me? Spirit, can you make it clear? That turned on energy, you know, like that energy of I'm feeling frisky, you know. So it's like this double whammy of I miss you, I'm feeling frisky, I feel so much passion for you, but I'm still wounded, you know. So it's almost like I still need time to get over my wounds. But it's like I feel like in so doing, if they're being a bit distant or if they're being kind of standoffish right now, it's kind of like this fake way to show some sort of strength, but the strength is really not there. Like inside, they are not feeling strong. Okay, but they're trying to display their strength by being a bit stubborn, a bit standoffish, by kind of like, it's almost like this idea of like they want to make you work for it. And that's not right, right? Like nobody should be trying to make the other person work for them. Like, like work for it. I want to make you work for my attention or work for my forgiveness. Not that you need to be forgiven, but there's something there about them trying to display some sort of false pride, false strength. It's really not there. It's like BS. Like inside they are very weak. They're very raw. They're very wounded. They're like constantly thinking about you, constantly worrying and fretting. That's the other energy I'm getting. A lot of worrying, a lot of fretting of, will they lose you? Where is this going to go? But there's still, it's almost like there's still that little piece of, I need to hold out a little longer and show how strong I am because I want to, I have a point to prove. This is the energy that I'm getting. So do you feel that your person in this kind of struggle, separation, or disagreement, if you've had, do you feel that they are in this energy of trying to prove a point, but now the point is becoming belabored, as in like they're proving it a bit too far? Like, even if we all have a point to prove at some stage in our relationship, that's natural, that's normal, but we don't want to push it so far that it becomes something that truly does create a more longer or permanent rift between you and the person you love, right? If you're trying to prove a point, you want it to be short-lived. You don't want it to fester and go on and on. So I feel like part of your person's energy is also like wanting to move on from this, still trying to show some sort of stubbornness, but really wanting to come back into a King of Wands energy, which is to really come back into the mastering of their emotions, come back into feeling whole again, feeling more bold. Like this is like the reality of where they wish to be, but this is kind of like a little bit of the facade of what they're putting forth right now. So let's see, we're getting action. Let's see what else is going on with them missing you. We're getting love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And surrender negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. So see, this is why I feel that that is what they're trying to do. Like in their mind, this show of strength or this stubbornness that they have, this like, I'm so wounded. Yes, I miss you so much, but I'm still wounded. It's kind of like their way of respecting themselves. So there's something that has gone on here that your person may have felt that they were not being valued or respected. I'm not saying that it is true. This is their perspective. Okay, so there may have been like a misunderstanding. There may have been some sort of a situation here that made your person feel wounded, disrespected, or disregarded. It's an ego issue. It's a pride issue. So in holding out right now, in maybe stepping back or not, being very communicative with you, or not in coming forward and taking action towards you and this connection right now, it's kind of them thinking or them framing this idea that they're showing their respect for themselves. Okay, like they want to prove a point that they do have self-respect. They're trying to practice self-love by holding off, by holding away their attention towards you. But I also feel that that's really not coming through as very valid. Although if that's their truth, that's their truth. I mean, we can't change that about them, right? But there's definitely something here where it has to do with a miscommunication or a misunderstanding. And that is why they're being standoffish. So I'm getting a very standoffish energy, a very like, I have a chip on my shoulder. I have a grudge to hold. Like, but it's not helping the situation. And the grudge, I feel, is also coming from a negative place. It's coming from a place of, again, miscommunication or misunderstanding or something that they're not getting. So it's like they are direly missing you and loving you and wanting to kind of be bold and come forward and communicate with you. But at the same time, it's like they're becoming a victim to their own negative, repetitive, cyclical kind of thinking. going over whatever happened in their head. You know, and I feel like that's what's kind of getting in the way of their action here, which is not a good thing for us. So let's go deeper. We're going to get some specific messages, like what would they say to you? We're going to look at outcome. And we're also going to do a little bit of clarification here, because I would like to know what is going on. Why are they being so standoffish? So Spirit, let's clarify this Nine of Wands. Okay, let's clarify this Nine of Wands first. I want to see what's going on. Like, why are they being so stubborn? Why is your person kind of being stubborn, almost to the point of they're missing out? You know, they're being so kind of standoffish and wounded that they're only hurting themselves. Like, they're missing out from this tremendously, like, really, really beautiful, loving connection and relationship that they share with you. Why are they belaboring this point? Why are they like drawing this time out when they could just kind of come towards you and resolve the situation? Spirit, can you please tell us more about this Nine of Wands here? What is truly going on in this Nine of Wands energy? Yeah, see? The Lovers. The Seven of Chalices, Seven of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. Yeah. So again, I feel like there's an extension energy here of the self-pity, you know? Look at this. They so love you, the Lovers. It's like they so want to be with you. They so miss you. But they're putting this Ten of Swords energy upon themselves. It's like they're kind of, it's almost like beating the drum of your complaints instead of the things that are working. It's kind of like beating the drum again and again of the things that aren't working for you and putting your attention on that with this Seven of Chalices, Seven of Cups. Very confused energy, right? You know, trying to come up with 10 different ways as to what is going wrong instead of really focusing on what is truly going right and how they truly feel, which is this deep, deep connection, this Lover's energy. So your person right now, I feel like their great challenge is to get out of this Ten of Swords. Stop focusing on the negative and start focusing on the positive and not looking at all the different options here of focusing on the negative, right? So they're really kind of right now a little bit misguided into thinking that sticking to their guns and looking at all of these negative things is some form of respecting themselves, which is actually not true. But they really do need to figure this out. They really need to kind of get a kick in the booty here from the universe to say, no, you know, you're going down the wrong path here. The path you really want to go down is the path of the Lovers, like, you know, compassion, understanding. You know, let go of our ego, look at the greater good, think about how can we resolve this with compassion and mutual love and understanding. So let's take a look at their specific messages. What would they say to you? And then their next actions. And then we'll end with your revealing your spirit guide and their advice for you as you move forward here. Yeah, see? There's definitely been this energy of kind of judging and complaining, misunderstandings back and forth, not really seeing the truth, and a lot of resistance. Wow. And issues of control. And so, oh, wow. Wow. All right. So your person is struggling. They're definitely struggling right now with their own ego. Again, their own stuff. But at the same time, it's like they deeply love you and they deeply miss you. And they're deeply, deeply regretting that if they have judged you or, you know, really mishandled the situation here. I'm sorry for judging you and hurting your feelings. So I feel like no matter what happens here, there is a very deep, deep Lover's energy that is really you know, like flowing through the more struggling aspects of your person and this connection. See, because look at this, my heart always comes back to you even when I don't want it to. Again, this lover's energy is drawing them. It's pulling them towards the light. And this is a very good thing. This deep connection that you share is pulling them out of this very resistant energies. Look at this. We are getting such, you know, difficult energy here that your person really does need to heal from. And it's really making them feel like they don't know themselves anymore. See, I feel like I don't know who I am anymore. So they're really struggling with knowing who they are, their identity, knowing, you know, where they're going in life and knowing where this connection is going, because they want it to go here. Right? But they tend to be very stuck in kind of like trying to control the narrative. This is a person who, you know, wants to kind of have the final say or be the person who's right about things when things go wrong. Like they don't want to admit sometimes that they made the mistake, that their action or behavior or perspective or opinion was not right, because they seek to control, even to the point of letting themselves get stuck in their own kind of mud, right? And so I do feel that they will come forward. They do want to take action. And they will, but it may have its kind of own sweet time to it, because there's also a lot of resistance. It's almost like they're waiting for some sort of a sign from you. Okay, like it's like almost like they're waiting for you to kind of signal to them that it's okay to move forward. Okay, that it's okay to come unstuck. So I feel like Spirit is saying to you, like, you may have to, unfortunately, smooth their ego a little, you know, and again, that is totally your decision. Do you wish to do that? Because this person, it's almost like this very pouting energy, but it's almost like if you reached out to them, even with a little bit of this, hey, what's up? Then they'll pounce on it. They'll be like, I love you. I miss you. That's what's up. Like, you know, it's such an interesting energy. It's almost like they're just looking for some little grain, some little, like any little thing that you throw at them, and then they're going to pounce, you know, like, they're going to pounce, but it's like they need you to throw them a little scrap of something, of your attention, right? So let's take a look at your spirit guide today is El Moria, Awakening Presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. So spirit is with you. Your guides are with you. Source energy is with you. And this has been, I know, a very peculiar type of a reading, but I feel like your person is definitely that kind of like peculiar, a little bit of that peculiar energy where they need that little bit of a nudge, and then they're going to jump on this and they're going to want to resolve all of this with you. So this is a very interesting situation. I wonder what you think of it. Let me know in the comment box below. And if you'd like to have a personal reading with me or order any of the oracle decks that I've created for you to give you additional clarity on this journey, all of the links are in the box below. And of course, if you haven't already, there's a big red subscribe button waiting down there for you to hit. Make sure you hit that button, join us. It's absolutely free. It means so much to me, helps the channel, and you can always change your mind later. So it's no biggie, right? Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. I'll see you all on the next one. My darling group 3 who chose time for a nap, here is your reading. We're going to be doing a lot of things here. We're going to be looking at, does your person miss you? How do they think and feel about you? What would they say to you? What is the outcome? What are they going to do next? And we're also going to get guidance from your spirit guides for you as well, their final advice on this situation. So let's go ahead and get started with our tarot. We have the Hermit. We have the, wow, 5 of Pentacles. And we have the 2 of Wands. Interesting energy coming through here. So yes, definitely there has been some form of a struggle or separation. For some of you, it might have been gone on for quite some time here. You know, I'm feeling for some of you a few months, for some of you, you know, closer to like, you know, more than 6 to 8 months kind of separation. There's something going on here where your person has definitely withdrawn. Okay, they definitely are very much in an energy of almost like, I don't want people to know my business. I'm, you know, really just very focused on myself at this time. There's an energy of like dejection. You know, like they feel that they feel very dejected about life right now. They also feel that they are very shut off from you, as in like there's some sort of a barrier or obstacle between the two of you that is quite strong. And that's why I feel like for some of you, there is some sort of a third party situation. And as I always say, a third party situation doesn't have to be romantic. It can be any kind of a person or situation that is blocking or obstructing the two of you really becoming one, like really uniting or reuniting. And so for some of you, that is what is going on here. And because of that, your person is also feeling very, very dejected. They're feeling like they can't see a path forward. But they also know, and this is similar to, I think, group number 1, where it's like they know that actions need to be taken, decisions need to be made, because this can't go on forever. So with this 2 of Wands, there's a lot of passion. They miss you. There's a lot of passionate energy coming from this. I'm getting the feeling that they very much miss your physical touch. Okay, like this person, I feel like one of their main love languages, and maybe yours as well, because you might mirror each other on this, is physical touch. So I feel like one of the things that is making them feel the most very like the most cut off from their lifeline. And I think their lifeline is the physical connection that they have with you, like the, you know, their ability to feel close to you. Even if I feel like for some of you, there is a long distance relationship here, but it's almost like it's the way that they feel this proximity. So even if you see each other sometimes, and not that often, because you might be far away from one another, but it's still something like they care. Even when they do see you and they're able to hold you or touch you or be with you, it's like they carry that in their heart, in their spirit forever. It's like they carry any kind of scrap they get, any morsel of, you know, physical presence from you that they can. And it really does kind of like carry them through until the next time they get to see you. For some of you, I feel like it may be a long distance relationship where you haven't seen each other in quite a while. And so there's a longing there as well. It's like they want and need to see you. And that's another reason why they're feeling this 5 of Pentacles energy. Is like, you know, for some of you, you might have a lot of like geographical distance between the two of you. So all the more reason why they're feeling very locked out from your presence. And they're coming to a point in their, in the development of this connection where it's like they are in desperate, dire need of some sort of a physical presence with you. So for many of you who are either in third party situations where your person or you or both of you are in, you know, other relationships that you're very unhappy in but haven't been able to leave yet for whatever those reasons are, I feel like that's another reason why it's like your person right now is so desperately missing you and wanting to be in your physical presence, but cannot be in your physical presence because of those limitations. So it's either third party, geographical distance, or something else that is really making them very closed off right now. So just know that if there is a third party situation, you are not the only one that they're cutting themselves off from. They are very much also going into hermit mode and cutting themselves off from the other third party, you know, because I feel like they just are feeling like they're neither here nor there. It's a very here nor there energy. And that is why they are feeling this very deep sense of that, again, physical, I need that physical proximity to you. I need to be close to you physically because I can no longer be away from you physically. I don't want that anymore. And that is why we're getting this, actions need to be taken, decisions need to be made in order to move forward so they can be physically close to you. Because until they can be physically with you, it's almost like they don't want to be with anybody else. It's like it's a very all or nothing energy. Either they are totally closed off and totally on their own and not open to other people being near them, especially those third parties, if that's the case, or they are with you. They're going to close themselves off. It's an all or nothing. Either they get to be with you and get to be around you, or they're just going to keep themselves in solitude away from everybody. So there's a lot of very kind of make or break, do or die, it's now or never, which is good because this is a very, it's a time reading, right? It's all about time. And I feel like for your person, the time is running out. They no longer wish to be away from you or without you. That's what is coming through. See? Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. See? Oh my gosh. They want unity. You deserve love. Oh my gosh. And surrender your desire. Wow. All right. So let's unpack this, guys. You understand that the love shared with another is amplified and has a ripple effect across the universe. Okay, so they want union. They want to unite with you. They miss you so much. They no longer wish to be locked out from your presence. And again, it's almost like this idea of either I'm going to have it all or I'm going to have nothing. That's the energy here. It's like, I will close myself off. Fine. You know what? If I can't have you, if I can't be in your physical presence, if I'm constantly on the outside looking in here, frozen out, then fine, I'll just be on my own. But I'm not willing to compromise anymore because we deserve to be together. There's a lot of powerful energy here of things need to change. Okay, with this Two of Wands, things need to change. We deserve to have this love. We deserve to be together, and I don't want to compromise, and I don't want to be locked out from it anymore. And it's interesting because it's like, look at this. It's surrender your desire to control people. Being over controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. So this may be, to me, I feel like there's a few energies coming through from this right here, which is one, that they don't want to, they're feeling so powerfully here, like their emotions are so strong. They don't want to come off as overly aggressive with you. Okay, they don't want you to think that they are, aggressively pushing this through, like that they are pressuring you in some way, especially if you're both in kind of situations that are complicated. If this is like a complicated situation or a situationship, they don't want to come across as overbearing. They don't want to make you feel like they're trying to control you or control your actions or make you or force you into being with them or doing something to dramatically change whatever the obstruction or situation is. And at the same time, they've also realized that they cannot control other people. So if there are other people involved in this, or, if there's third parties, and like I said, it doesn't have to be romantic. Sometimes it's a toxic parent. Sometimes it's a toxic sibling. Sometimes it's, just other people around you who are trying to sabotage. I feel like they're finally getting to a point where it's like, you know what, we can't control these other people. Let's focus on what we can control, which is making the right decisions for us. So this is another reason why I feel that your person has really gone into hermit mode, because for some of you, I feel like that is the only way to disengage from the other parties or situations here. because I think they've realized that they can no longer control those people. So the best thing they can do is to not let those people control them. And the way to do that is to also withdraw from those people or situations and kind of be in that hermit, like, you know what, just back off. You know what? Back off. I'm not going to try to control you. You don't try to control me. That's the energy that is coming through here. Not towards you, but towards the other people, or towards other situations that may have, you know, gotten in the way of this relationship or this connection. Your person's becoming very clear now towards those people. Just back the F off. That's the energy I'm getting. It's like they're getting serious about, you know what, they're not going to take the BS anymore. They want unity. They want union with you. So they're not going to, you know, suffer fools anymore like these other people, whoever they are. They're not going to suffer the fools anymore. And that's coming through really, really strong. So before we get into their specific messages and their next actions, I want to get some clarification here. Spirit, can you please clarify this Five of Pentacles? I want to know more about what is going on in your person's energy with this Five of Pentacles. Like, you know, why are they feeling so frozen out? Why are they feeling so kind of, you know, bitter and left out right now? Because it is coming through very, very strong in terms of how much they miss you. They miss you so much that they're like literally feeling like this pauper waiting on the steps, waiting for something to happen or change, or like not knowing where to go next. Strength. Justice. Very interesting. And look at this. Eight of Cups. Wow. Oh my God. I love this, guys. I love this. I'm so glad we clarified this. Okay, so this Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Eight of Chalices or Cups, by Strength, and by Justice. Wow. Major Arcana, big spiritual essence, big energy. Gosh, you know this reading. Guys, your person is like, they are getting very, very powerful here, okay, in their energy. Like they are like ramping it up. They are angry. I'm feeling like there's a lot of anger and resentment here towards other people or other situations that have gotten in the way of this connection, okay? They're not angry at you. They're angry at life or situations or people or whatever it is, obstacles. They're angry at the obstacles and they feel that it's very unfair. They feel that the two of you have been dealt some sort of very unfair hand here in this connection, and they just don't want to deal with BS anymore. Like they want justice for you and for this love, okay? They want justice. They just feel that this has been unfair. Something has gone on here, and this is why they are ready to put it behind them. Eight of Cups. They are ready to put behind any obstacle, situation, condition that is no longer serving this connection. Okay, look at this. I mean, it's just so powerful. They are seeking that inner strength to finally walk away. And for those of you who are in third party situations, like they're just fed up of the other person and the other situation because it is toxic. It is not good. They're very unhappy, but they know that there is like, I feel like this justice for some of you also represents like they know that there's going to be a legal situation here as well. Okay, so some of the reasons why your person, the timing hasn't worked out is because there's something here where they would literally have to go to court. They may have to fight a legal battle for either kids, money, finances, you know, settlements, whatever it is. And that has been very complicated. It's kind of added to the situationship issue here. But they are now finding the strength to fight that battle, whatever it is. Whether it's legal or not doesn't matter. It could be legal, it may not be, but they are finding that strength to finally walk away from all the stuff that doesn't serve them, especially if it's controlling people or situations here. Wow, very powerful energy. Very like, I'm not gonna deal with any of this nonsense anymore. Like I'm like at it. That's like that kind of energy. So let's take a look at their specific messages towards you. Wow. See, to me, this is a confirmation of something that has really gotten in the way of this connection. something that is very unique to the two of you, right? But it's definitely been a very difficult situation to navigate and to resolve in order for the two of you to be together. Wow, see, you're their soulmate. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, we're getting movement here for sure. See, I still feel deeply connected to you, but I won't admit it. So I feel like this is a special message for some of you who your person is still very much struggling with the third party. Or this, you know, like again, it doesn't have to be a person, it could be a situation. So for some of you, not for everybody, your person is very deeply connected to you, but if they've gone into this hermit mode, they're still kind of like, I don't know if I can admit my true feelings, okay? Because they're struggling with other forces, okay? So that's for some of you. Now for others of you, look at this. I want you to see the real me now. I've been hiding from our love for too long. Our relationship was different and special. Other people didn't understand it or don't understand it even to this day. And that is why they're like, you know what? Who cares? I don't care anymore if other people don't understand my feelings. If other people don't support us or don't, you know, whatever, are going to judge us or whatever, I just don't care anymore. I want to be the real me with you and to the world. Like they want to step out, right? They want to step out into the world with you and be who they really are and come out of this hermit's energy with this Two of Wands. So this is very decisive action. That's why we're getting this energy here. They've learned their lessons, and I feel like there's been some hard lessons here that your person has learned, but they've fully decided that it is time for the outcome that they want because you are their soulmate. You are their person, and they want results now. And God damn it, they're going after those results. And I love it. I love this. So very fast moving energy here. Very exciting things going on this one. Let me know what you thought in the comment box below. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me or order any of the oracle decks that I've created for you, all of the links are in the box below. And there is a big red subscribe button right there for you to click. So please do make sure you click it. Join us. I would be so happy to have you. It's absolutely free. It helps the channel and it will just create a wonderful bond between us. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I'll see you all on the next one.